Hey everyone, we're here for another quick conversation for the long haul of leadership with Tod Bolsinger, and we're going to take a look at a quote from Janai Amen. This is from episode 252, titled "Navigating the Pain of Being Othered." And here's what she said. She said, "Sometimes I need to experience self-compassion and quell the insecurity within me so I can extend compassion and love to my neighbor." I'll also read it one more time. "Sometimes I need to experience self-compassion and quell the insecurity within me so I can extend compassion and love to my neighbor." So, Tod, this was in the context of a conversation about being othered or marginalized, and that we need to, rest in God's love for us and love ourselves as well. So that's kind of the topic of self-compassion. But in terms of leadership, what's the connection, would you say, between self-compassion and the practice of adaptive leadership?
It's such a great quote, especially from someone who has experienced being marginalized and othered by other people. Like, it's just at exactly the moment when you would have expected her to lash out. She says,
Right.
"Hey, let's acknowledge that this makes us anxious. And let's be compassionate with ourselves." I love that. I think it's wisdom. I think it's wisdom. The quell the anxiety internal, the quell our internal anxiety. It's really a powerful part, because what the biggest part about adaptive leadership is, it starts when you are no longer an expert. It starts when you're no longer in control. Like the part of you that wants to be an expert, that wants to keep doing what you've done, that wants to default to your training, all the things that we train people to be aware of. The minute you get to that really insecure moment, where now I have to be a learner, I've got to face loss, I'm going to have to disappoint people, I'm going to have to be resilient because people are going to be resistant. At that moment, to quell your own anxiety, which I love what she does, is she doesn't say, "So buck it up."
Yeah,
She
right.
says, be self-compassionate, be compassionate. So how I translate that is say to myself, "Yep, of course you're anxious. This is hard. This is really hard. It's yours to do. We're going to do this, and we're not alone. But of course it's hard. So, okay, what's the next thing we do?"
I love that she connects self-compassion with, she uses the word insecurity to quell the insecurity, but anxiety is right, totally connected to anxiety. And so I was thinking about you were talking about non-anxiety and how important that is. Can you just unpack a little bit about the non-anxiety? Because that's she's saying that's what the self-compassion leads towards. Why is non-anxiousness important in adaptive leadership?
Well, again, her phrase is actually better. So the sense of it, think about this, the insecurity that she had, that she's referring to, every leader feels.
Okay.
Most of us have been told we have to fake it. We got to pretend we're not insecure. And what that does is creates more insecurity. So we get more anxious that we're going to be found out, or that we feel judgmental about ourselves, that we are insecure. Why are you so insecure? You have nothing to be insecure about. Right? Instead, to say, yes, I'm insecure because I've never done this before, right? Or I'm going to do something really hard, or I'm going to have to lead people through something that they're going to resist. So I'm going to quell that insecurity, not by faking it, but instead by being compassionate and saying, "Okay, this is true. God help me. And let's pull some trustworthy people together, get our own core of discovery, our own holding environment. And let's take this on together."
I mean, that is sort of counterintuitive in terms of, I mean, the saying, "Fake it till you make it," right? We hear that all the time. And I mean, there's a place for believing something about yourself that maybe is hard to believe, but what would you say to someone? I mean, you've kind of said it already, but what would you say to someone? Hey, you just got to fake it till you make it. And pastors do this all the time, right? What does that look like in your experience?
I think fake it till you make it is the worst advice. I actually do think it's the worst advice. I think even if it works, you're still insecure because you were faking it. So I'm not saying that you need to bleed your insecurity all over people, but you have to acknowledge it to yourself. So try this instead. Instead of faking it, what if you were to say, "Let me tell the truth. I absolutely believe that we're supposed to take this on. And I know that we don't have the best practices. And I know I'm not the expert, but I think this is ours to do. So would you join me and we're going to take this on together? Right. I think there should be a confidence in calling and a confidence that comes from asking people that you trust to join you.
Yeah.
But this idea that you have to fake it till you make it, that is,
Yeah.
even if it works
Yeah.
against you.
Yeah.
And I think in the pastoral ministry, it is potentially deadly.
Yeah.
Maybe it works in some fields, but in leading people who are going with you for their own transformation, I think we are called to be authentic and tell the truth and trust in the God who is bigger than ourselves.
Yeah. Amen. Amen. I love that. Here's the quote one more time from Janai Amen. She said, "Sometimes I need to experience self-compassion and quell the insecurity within me so I can extend compassion and love to my neighbor."